boys and girls, it's Miss Kerr trying to get this technology working so that we can do some music together. So we're gonna just start out with our normal thing. You know how to do this. We're just gonna go ha, ha, ha. So remember to get a nice deep breath, and when you feel your belly going bounce, 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 then you know you're doing it correctly. Here we go. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. And he, 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 he. Very nice. We'll skip the sing a little business, but we could do do, do, do. Do, 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 and here's do. Do, 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 re, re, re. Mi, 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 fa, fa, fa. I hope you can see this. Thumbs down is fa. So, 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 so. La, la, la is a jellyfish. Ti, 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 do, do, do. Do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do, do, do. And the reason I wanted to do that is because we've been talking about, if you watched last week's music class, where I talked a little bit about intervals. The word interval, can you say that? Interval. Can you clap the rhythm of the word? Interval. So that's like a ti-ti-ta. Interval. Good. So interval means the space between one note and another. So if we go from do to the high do, 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 we call that an octave. Because there's 8 notes from the low do to the high do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's an octave. And so that's a big interval. Big this way. It's very wide. So they're not close together. They're quite far apart. What about from do to re? That's a very close interval. Do, re. They're right next door to each other, so that's a much smaller interval. So the first song we're going to sing today, and on Friday you'll have this in your mailbox. I'll leave copies of Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly. Do you know what a bough is? B-O-U-G-H, bough. A bough of holly means a branch, a few branches probably, or yeah, something. Anyway, they don't say branch because branch doesn't sing so nicely. Deck the halls with branch of holly. It's not as pretty as bough, a bough of holly. We're doing it in this key. If you know this, go ahead and sing it with me. If you don't know it, I'm going to teach it to you in a minute. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, la 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 la, la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la, la 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 la. So The reason I'm teaching this to you related to intervals requires me to get my mallets and my glockenspiel. So on the glockenspiel, we can see it's almost like a ladder. Look. So here's low do, and here's high do. Remember earlier I said it was an octave, so here, let's count the notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, an octave. And when we sing Deck the Halls, we just go right down the scale, but I have to look at it to see how it goes. So I'm starting on G, which is right in the middle of my scale. So most of those are what we call steps. The octave, we sometimes call that a skip. So if an interval is not right next to each other, which those are, they're all right next door to each other. So that's called a step, as opposed to a skip. A skip would be from here to here, or from here to here, or from here to anywhere except here. So I'm gonna go from G and I'm gonna go down the scale. And if you do it in Kodai, in the do, re, mi, it would be sol, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi. So far that's all steps. So, fa, mi, re, do, re, mi. But then it goes back to do, which is a skip. Okay? So, we're learning about skips and steps. And the reason it's important is because when you start to read music on the staff, it's easier to figure out. Sometimes you don't even know the name of the note, but you can figure out the interval. And sometimes that comes in handy later when you're learning to transpose, but that's years away. Or maybe not. Some of you have already been playing instruments and you already know how to do that. So, let's sing it a little bit at a time. I'll sing a line and you're gonna copy me. Deck, and when we sing deck, I like to give it a good crisp k at the end. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. Sing that. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. My turn. Fa la 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 la. And the la la la, I like those short also. Sing it from the fa la la. Fa la 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 la. Good. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Same tune. 'Tis the season to be jolly. Sing that. 'Tis the season to be jolly. My turn. Fa la 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 la. Your turn. Fa la 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 la. Then we're going to come into some other intervals that I didn't show you because it skips around more. Don we now our gay apparel. Can you do that? Don we now our gay apparel. That means happy, festive. We're having fun. Gay apparel. Don we now our gay apparel. Then fa la la again. I go first. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Whoop, I started on the wrong note. Fa la 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 la. My turn. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Your turn. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol. Fa la 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 la. Your turn. Fa la 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 la. Okay, so now you know the song. If I put this in your box, next week we can do all 3 verses, but today we're just learning the first verse. Here, I'll give you a little introduction and then sing along as best you can. Deck the halls with boughs of holly. And next week we'll learn some more of that terrific song. This is a really old song. It comes from, it's a Welsh song. So it comes from the British Isles, basically, which is across the big ocean. Okay, I'm going to put that here, get that out of my way. So back to the idea of intervals. What was the other song I wanted to show you? Well, I can't remember. Let's do Jingle Bell Rock. So most of you know this, but it's easy to know the first part. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. But then it goes jingle bell swing and jingle bell ring. And I find that that's the hardest part of the whole song. Jingle bell swing. Can you say that? Jingle bell swing, right? And jingle bell ring. And jingle bell ring. Good. Snowing and blowing. Snowing and blowing. Up bushels of fun. Up bushels of fun. How now the jingle hop has begun. Now the jingle hop has begun. And when you get this in your mailbox, you'll see that there's a misprint. It's not how the jingle hop has begun, but now, right now, right now. So I'm going to go ahead and sing the whole thing, and then we'll work on it a little bit. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells swing and jingle bells ring. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell chime in jingle bell time. Dancing and prancing on Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air, what a bright time, what's a right time to rock the night away. Jingle bell time is a swell time to go riding in a one-horse sleigh. Giddy up, pick up your feet, jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle and a jingle and meet. That's the Jingle Bell Rock. So that's got a lot of words. So maybe I won't teach you the words because you might do better if you have the words on a piece of paper. So what I wanted to teach about this song is we were talking, well, I did a video yesterday, but it actually didn't record. And I'm trying to remember all the cool things I taught you. This is a song that's in 4/4 time. So you probably remember that at the beginning of music, I'm going to show you this. At the beginning of the music, we have a treble clef sign. And then after the treble clef sign, you see a letter C. Letter C, that's the time signature. And that says we're in common time. C stands for common. And common time is 4/4 time. That means 4 beats in a measure and the quarter note or the fourth note. We don't call it a fourth note in music. We call it a quarter note. The quarter note gets the beat. Actually, you may have Jingle Bell Rock in your sheets that I sent home already. If that's the case, maybe we should just learn it. I'll just do a little bit and you copy me. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bell swing and jingle bell ring. I'm transposing. Remember what I said earlier? So the piece of music I'm reading from is in C, but I'm playing it in A because that's a better key for the singing. So I'm having to transpose in my brain. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Snowing and blowing up bushels of fun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Now the jingle hop has begun. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell chime in jingle bell time. Pardon me. Dancing and prancing in Jingle Bell Square. In the frosty air. And that's all we'll work on today. I'm going to cough for a minute while I'm getting regrouped. Next one, we're going to do the Chipmunk Song. So if we were giving a concert, boys and girls, this would be one of the songs that the Miss Page's class would sing. And it's in G. Now, I've already passed this out, so you should have it. Christmas, Christmas time is here. Time for toys and time for cheer. We've been good, but we can't last. Hurry, Christmas, hurry fast. Want a toy that loops the loop. I still want a hula hoop. We can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be late. This is what I wanted to talk about with the time signature, because the time signature for this particular song is, we call it waltz time. It's 3/4 time, so let me make sure you can see that. So once again, here's our staff with all the notes on it. We've got our treble clef sign, and after that it says 3 over the number 4. That means it's 3/4 time, 3 beats in a measure, and the quarter note or the 4th note, we don't call it a 4th note, but it's a fraction. It's a fraction of a whole note. Think of that, those of you who are learning fractions. So this is 3/4 time, and it has a swingy, waltzy feel. It's so nice. So I want you to sway with me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can you clap now on 1? We'll keep that steady beat going, and here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's the feeling of waltz time. And in the olden days, maybe 200 years ago, think of, let's see, who would be waltzing. Well, we haven't talked about Strauss yet, but he was a composer who wrote a lot of beautiful waltzes. And they would have these big, gigantic ballrooms that were as big as the Glen Recreation Center. Big, huge rooms with big high ceilings, very fancy and ornate. And they would dress up, and the women would have these big hoop skirts, and because they wore a lot of clothes because it was cold. They didn't have central heating like we have now. And the orchestra would play this swinging back and forth feeling, this nice waltz feeling. And that's 3/4 time. Okay, so remember 3/4 time, 3 beats in a measure, and the quarter note, or if we were doing T's and Ta's, well, here's a ta. Whoops, you can't see that. Here's a ta, just a straight line. And it would have a note head on it also. It's a ta note, okay? That's a quarter note. So there's 3 tas per measure in this song. So we're gonna sing the Chipmunk Song. I think you already know this because we've already learned it once. Here we go. Christmas, Christmas time is near. Time for toys and time for cheer. Sorry. We've been good, but we can't last. Hurry, Christmas, hurry fast. Want a plane that loops the loop. Me, I want a hula hoop. We can hardly stand the wait. Please, Christmas, don't be late. So nice. Great song. Have you ever seen the Chipmunk movie? And they speed up the voice. They record their singing and then they speed it up so they sound like little chipmunks. Next song on my agenda. My agenda is Jingle Bells. So before we do Jingle Bells, I want to look at, let's see if we can get this over here. Now, before Thanksgiving, we did a little rhyme. So let's do the rhyme together. One day turkey went for a walk. Along came duck and they had a little talk. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Quack, quack, quack. Goodbye, goodbye, and they both walked back. So I put some little marks here so that we knew gobble, 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 and then what is this? That's the rest. Here's the rest here. I hope you can see that. So this is T, 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 rest. Can you clap and say the TTs with me? Ready, go. T, 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 rest. Good. And then the next part goes ta, ta, ta for the three quacks. Let's do ta, ta, ta with our hands. Ready, go. Ta, ta, ta. And that has a little short rest because then there's a little pickup. Goodbye. Yeah, pickup is like a sneeze. Chew. Goodbye. So let's clap the rhythm of gobble, 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 quack, quack, quack while we say the words, okay? So we're clapping this rhythm, saying these words. Here we go. Gobble, 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 quack, quack, quack. Now, let's just do the rhythm. No words. Oh no, first let's try it with the T, 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 T. So, here we go. I'm not gonna clap, I'm gonna point. Ready, go. T, 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 rest. Ta, 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 rest. Okay, now clap, follow along, no words. 1, 2, here we go. Did you do it? Did you get it right? Good. Okay, so the reason I put that up is because I wanted to review that before we do this. The next song we're doing is Jingle Bells, and I wanted to show you, this is a classic rhythm. Tee-tee-ta, tee-tee-ta. Can you sing that with me while I point? Ready, go. Tee-tee-ta, tee-tee-ta. And then we could do the next part. Tee-tee-tee-tee-ta, rest. Do that part. Tee-tee-tee-tee-ta, rest. Sing with the words this time. You know the words. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Here we go. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Rest. Okay. Can you clap the rhythm, say the T's and Ta's, and then we'll clap it again with no words. Ready? Go. Tee-tee-ta, tee-tee-ta, tee-tee-tee-tee-ta, rest. Now clap. I'll point. Here we go. Did you do it? Good. I'm sure you did. Okay. Okay, we're going to sing Jingle Bells. You all know this one for sure. Get myself set up here. It's not quite like being at school, boys and girls. It's a completely different ball game. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now, the verse. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing the song is called the chorus. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now, we finished the chorus. We're going to sing the next verse. Oh boy. This has a lot of words. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bryce was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank, misfortune was our lot. We fell into a drifted bank, and then we got upset. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I hope you got all those words, and I hope you used the lips, the teeth, and the tip of your tongue, because that's what we have to do when we're singing in any group. Of course, we're not singing in a group, but maybe you're singing with your mom and dad, and you have to remind them they have to use their lips, their teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, the lips, the teeth, the tip of the tongue, because that's how, if you were singing in front of a big audience, if you just kind of mealy mouth, jingle bells, jingle, jingle all the... No, they wouldn't know what you're saying. It's really important, and it makes it more fun. Okay, now, there was one other song that I'm going to put in your mailbox for next week, and it goes with... That's a church organ sound on my synthesizer. But what did you notice about those intervals? What did you notice? Yes, it went from high, do, ti, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. Oh, it's hard to do left-handed. So, this is called Joy to the World, the Lord is come, let earth receive her King. And that last word, King, 4 beats. That's a whole note. And a whole note, most of you know what a whole note looks like. It looks like a circle with nothing inside, just a circle. And I'm going to sing the whole song. This is a old hymn, probably from Germany, probably a couple hundred, maybe older, years ago. And it was sung in church every Christmas, and it's a classic. So we aren't singing it to, like, say that you have to be a Christian and you have to celebrate Christmas exactly, but it's a cultural song that we've known in our country for many, many years. So, and also I'm mainly teaching it to you because of the scale, going from high do down to low do, and using steps. Those are just steps right down the ladder. And the song goes like this. Joy to the world, the Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. Let every heart prepare in bloom, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. So this song, the words to this song will be in your I always want to say cubby, but they don't call them that. They call it your mailbox. In your mailbox, I'll have the words to this song and the actual written notes. And those of you who play instruments, you might want to try learning some of the song. Okay, I'm going to sing it. Echo with me. Joy to the world. Just coming right down the scale. Sing it with me. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. It's kind of loud. Joy to the world. My turn. The Lord is come. Let earth receive her King. And I want you to hold on to that nice long note. Let earth. Let earth receive her King. Yes, good. And then it goes on. Let every heart, sing it with me. Let every heart prepare him room. Sing it. Prepare him room. Do it again. Prepare him room. My turn. And heaven and nature sing. And heaven and nature sing. My turn. And heaven and nature sing. 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 Now there's several verses, and I think the sheet that I'll be Xeroxing for you to take home with you to have your mom and dad pick up for you has 3 verses. We may not learn them all, because this next week is our last week of music class before the vacation. But boys and girls, you can go back and review these again and again. And it's nice to sing these Christmas songs, even though we're not together. We can think of being together and how nice that would be. I think that's all I have for today. I was trying very hard to figure out how to do this on YouTube Live, and I recorded the whole thing and none of it showed up. So then I went to ask Miss Kate if she could help me, and then the internet went out. So we've been having some challenges, but anyway, I'm going to upload this to YouTube, and you can find it there just like you've been finding the other ones. And those of you who are in the upper grades and you're working in Song Maker, that was why I wanted to be able to work in Song Maker. Anyway, Miss Kate's going to show me how to do it once the internet's working again. So I was curious just to ask if any of you have tried to do that. So I would like you to email me if you have tried to work in Song Maker. So once again, the name of the application is Song Maker, and you have it on your Chromebook. And even if you don't do basically there was an assignment, and the assignment was to try to write out, what was it? Mary Had a Little Lamb, which uses only 3 notes. The 3 notes we're going to use when we start working with our recorders, which are B, A, and G. B, A, G, A, B, 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 A, B, 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 A, G, A, B, 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 A, G. And so upper graders, if it helps to write that out, you can put the computer on pause, what you're watching this on, and just do a little bit of transcribing at a time. B, A, G, A, and then put a bar line, because that's your 4 beats. So it's 4 beats in the first measure. B, A, G, B, A, G, A. Second measure. B, 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 rest. I'm waiting for you to write that down. Next measure, third measure. A, rest. So write that down. To make a rest, it's like a little Z. What measure? 4th measure. B, 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 rest. Write it down. Fifth measure. B, A, G, A, B, B, B. That was 2 measures. The last 2 measures. A, B, A, G. You could do a whole note there at the end. So see if you can work in Song Maker. Even if you don't do that, the very least you should do is you fool around with the rhythm part, which is on the bottom, and make up a rhythm. And just have a little fun with it, because music should be fun. Have some fun. Okay, I'll see you next week. Love you guys. Bye.